live, man. Welcome to an encounter with Marcus Stewart. I am Marcus Stewart, and you are having a personal encounter with me. You can find me and follow me on all social media platforms at underscore Minister Marcus. I do have a guest today to help me talk about a couple of subjects, but before I introduce him, I do want to encourage you guys to go check out the shirt company. They made me this shirt, my custom-made shirts, right? It is my company, but other people do run it sometimes. So every time you get a shirt, you are helping to boost the channel, to build the channel. You know, we need mics, we need cameras, we need cords, we need all these different kind of things. So you can support the channel by buying the shirt, going to Shirts by Stu, exclusively on Instagram. You can also support this channel by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. So it is my goal to boost this channel. Most of you know I've created this channel just to speak to men and women who are trying to live the Christian life, may or may not be in church, but just need some of that guidance. You know what I'm saying? So I got my young brother, my kinfolk on tonight to just talk about some things. Go ahead and introduce yourself, kinfolk.
What's happening, world? Pat Samples, man. No major introduction. This family, man, and wise man, just trying to feed out that perspective, man, to the world and let them know that it's okay to have a different way of thinking, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Amen to that. All right, yeah. So look, man. First off, for everybody, brother Twan. Every time we have an episode, I gotta talk about how crazy people drive, man. Do you have that issue? Do you have road rage, bro?
Bro, I used to. I used to have bad road rage, bro. And I'm sure you
Man,
could.
how bad we talking? How bad? How bad we talking?
Man, bumps and lumps, cause of bumps and lumps. That's all I can say, man. Man, when we, coming up, man, I used to have a bad anger, bro. But yeah, I used to be short tempered. You,
Oh
you,
yeah.
you can, yeah. I'll be trying to go upside people's head, but nah, I done got older, and my patience is a little more thicker than thin. So
Hey yo, you know what? We can actually start right there too, because I know a lot of young brothers. Me myself, man, had bad anger issues. What is something
yeah,
that like made you realize it was an issue being a young black man in Houston? You know how boys is out here.
yeah, yeah, man. Honestly, Mark, I think it had a lot to do with not only the environment I was in, but I think a lot of the things that I saw in my household. And I'm not saying that, it was detrimental, but it did expose me to some things at an early age, and um, that in turn, that just kind of made it easy for me to resort to that anger side. And then I started realizing all of those things, man, when I probably hit like 19, 20.
Yeah,
And I started to, I don't know, man. I think it was just because something started happening in my life to where it caused me to start thinking and place myself out of my norm and thinking about things on from a different perspective on a wide spectrum and that self reflection. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying, bro? And
right.
man, and it started making me really ask these questions like,
Yeah,
man, why do I do this? Why do I do that? And once I gained that understanding about that trauma,
yeah,
then that's what helped me better cope with it. Because I think a lot of people, they get in these positions, man, to where they do have that trauma and
right.
they still venture throughout life
Yeah,
um carrying on that
Carrie.
trauma.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And the reason why they do that is because they don't have that understanding. To me, understanding brings closure. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, bro, say, man, look, we ain't even 5 minutes in, bro. That's deep. So look, this what I'm saying. Look, I want to start right there, literally, bro. That wasn't even where I was gonna start it, but you just hit a because look, you don't realize it as a young, we are black, and
yep.
we grew up in not a rough neighborhood, but it wasn't like
It wasn't the
everybody
best.
handed to us right. So like initially, elementary school, we engaged in fighting. Middle
Yep.
school, same. High school, same. We learning
Yep.
life skills, but we also learning street skills too. So what I wanted to get
Facts.
at was So where did when you say trauma, where did it come from? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to like dig too deep because I know your family because they my family. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, but
Man,
like where did it come from? Like you get what I'm saying?
man, let's take a tour then, man. So basically, bro, just for the world out there, as a kid, man, my dad, he was young, right? He was
Right, right.
a new father, still trying to figure life out, right? Trying to figure
Glad I'm
himself
glad that you're
out.
giving them grace like that. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I'm glad
sir.
that yeah, yeah.
And I had to understand that, and I had to give him grace, bro. Because he was trying to learn life. He was trying to learn himself, trying to learn how to be a man, a father, trying to get out there and work two jobs sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And
Right, right.
um, a lot of times, man, when you have those burdens on you, it was four of us, including
Yeah,
mama, so that was five,
right. That's five on
and
one man.
on
So,
one
come
man,
on, bro. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Talk
and,
about it.
and so I saw that, dang, Pop's trying to make ends meet, and then with the frustration he got built up that he can't release on a healthy level. Man, so
Man,
now when it's released unhealthily,
right.
and that's a lot of what happened, man. And we saw that, we saw him, do some bad stuff to people sometimes because he was
Right, right.
young, he was a
Yeah,
loose cannon,
right. Yeah, yeah,
um, and so in turn that affected us in a way because, like I said, it exposed us to some things that a lot of kids shouldn't be seeing,
oh yeah,
especially their parents, or especially a man that they looking up to or a woman they look up to.
right. Like this gonna send you to like this how a man's supposed to act, this how a man's supposed to respond, this how a man's supposed to handle
Facts.
that.
Facts,
Got you,
and
got you, got you.
that's important, and that's what I've learned to do differently. I don't have kids, but even with my nieces and nephews, or even just the younger cousins, talking to them and actually helping them, verbally navigating them to different outlets and different perspectives and different ways to handle certain
Yeah,
certain actions. You know what I'm saying? So
man, real. Hey, yo, bro, that's so real. Cause you know what? I honestly, and this is the truth, bro. Like I don't think we have enough of these conversations when it comes to young men and dealing with like anger, especially like the emotions,
bro,
because we are always taught to lash out. We are taught to be defensive.
facts.
We are not taught to communicate. And the way that we
Yes,
end
bro.
up communicating is with these, or we go and
Yes.
get that tool. You know what I'm saying? We go
Yep.
and get
Facts.
we go and get the hammer. But
Facts.
in reality, you know, we express it, but we express it like you say in an unhealthy way. But look, let me turn that because look, you said a mouthful, bro, when you said you when you gave your pops grace. You know, he was young, he was trying to figure it out. And most
Yep.
young people are young and trying to figure it out, bro. It ain't no
That's true.
manual. Okay, so let me ask you this. Did your dad have his dad in his life?
Nah, he didn't. Um, he
Exactly.
he he was in and out. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't daddy's fault. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Grandma she was a loose cannon. She was wild and
Come on, man.
and
Hey, look, hold on.
right.
First off, don't forget what you're gonna say. But for everybody that's watching, bro, my grandmother was she loved God, right?
Yeah.
But man, she kept that hammer in her purse. She kept that
Hey, she
cane
wasn't
on her.
playing.
She
Yes,
was man.
sir.
All right, so look, but she loved Jesus though. She
She
loved all of her family. But come on,
yeah.
man, grandma wasn't playing, bro. That
Man,
but
she wasn't. And
go
and
ahead, go ahead.
and for those that don't know, he's speaking on my great grandmother. My great
Oh yeah,
grandmother, yeah, she was a beast. She was a beast. But on my dad's side, yeah, he was a country boy.
oh you got it on
Um,
both sides, son.
yeah, yeah. So
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
yeah, so and so like I said, and he had to go into survival mode as a kid. He had to get out there and do certain things, man, to in order to feed his siblings. And there
Yeah,
was seven of them,
man.
seven
You're right.
siblings.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that can take a toll on people, man. Seeing certain things, man, being exposed to certain things. This is why it's imperative as not only parents, but as individuals to align ourselves, man, with the right things, the right choices. Yeah, we're not gonna always make the right choices, right? We're not gonna always do the right things at the right moments. But when
Right.
you're actually trying, that's a big difference, bro. Because you got a lot of ghetto people, you got a lot of
Right.
radical people that don't even try. They don't try to
Right.
smile. They don't try to be happy. They
Right.
don't try to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Be positive.
Yeah.
They thrive on negativity,
Yeah.
and that carries over into the youth. And it's bad enough we have so many influences, and we don't have many anchors. We don't have enough anchors in our black community to help withstand those influences, bro. And it's taking a toll on us. You know what
Say,
I'm
look,
saying?
look, okay, okay. You said we have a lot of influencers, but we don't have enough anchors. Come on, dog. Like. Okay,
Yeah,
break down
man.
what you mean when you say that. Because look, I love that because it's like a lot of people that are talking to us, but not enough people deserve to be talking to us, or a lot of
Hmm.
that are there that we listen to that don't deserve to be listened to, or don't have
Facts.
nothing to say. We need when I hear that word anchor, is like a consistent male figure
Come
in
on.
your life that just can
Yes,
show
sir.
you like you gonna have emotions, right? You gonna feel some certain
Yeah.
type of way, but this
Yeah.
is not the way you handle that, right? So like, what did you mean when you said that? That's deep, dog.
So,
That's super
man,
deep.
so just having that 24-hour surveillance safety net, right? So say for
Oh,
instance for you, right? Say for instance for you, you are an active father, right?
right,
And the influencers, right, can be the music that the
right,
kids listen to when they're not around you. And that can hinder them and alter their way of thinking. It can cloud their judgment in many ways, right?
right.
Or their peers, right? You don't
True.
know what they, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
this is the reality. We don't know what these kids doing when they're not in our care.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
So the anchor portion is when Marcus can say, I've provided consistent, positive, constructive criticism, right?
Mm,
And boom, and I can help shield my kid, not or not even shield, but guide my child to
that's
have
it.
his own way of thinking, and
That's
that's
it.
backed by what? A positive anchor.
Yeah. 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 A
So
place where like it's for my boys and for my girls. I make it. I let it be known, bro. I may not agree with you, but I do want to listen to what you're saying. You
that's
know
important,
that dad is going to tell you what I believe to be right, and I'm gonna
right?
tell you not, from a biblical based soundboard. You know what I'm saying? Not like I'm just saying do this because I said do it, and I
Right.
really just want to put in your mind the right thing to do or the right mental influences, which you understanding you have the freedom to say what you need to say. You feel me? Yeah, that's bro.
That's
That's
right.
that's pretty deep, man. That's pretty deep. I wasn't
Yes,
even
sir.
trying to go that deep that fast, but goodness.
Man, hey, we got to do it. But bro, but see, this is why. And for everybody out there that's watching, this is why I'm thankful for the male influences that I have in my life. You
Right.
know, such as Marcus Stewart and
Oh
my
wow.
cousins, my
No, that's
brothers,
deep, man. Thank you. Thank you.
because and no, and seriously, because and the thing is, it's different when we know each other exclusively. I've seen the growth, I've seen the
Man,
transitions,
man,
we've seen it in each other,
in each other.
and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See,
and
that's
and and yeah, and so man, yeah, bro, like man, it's amazing, y'all. It's amazing to have that. It's amazing to have positive influences even in a relationship status or on the relationship side. And I know some of us have been inconsistent for whatever reasons, and that's fine. But having that, man, it's amazing. We need
yeah.
more of that.
Man, say, you know what, bro? You just gave me a real comp. That's I
Hmm.
appreciate that, cousin. Like that's real, bro.
Most deaf, man.
I appreciate that, man. That's that's heavy, dog. That's a heavy compliment. But you know what? I take it gracefully. I take it humbly. I don't. Like I tell my kids, man. I appreciate the compliment. I've only just tried to do the best that I could do. You know what I'm saying?
As
Like
you should.
you said that word, man, that growth. And one of the things I can appreciate is especially even for those of you that are watching, man, like it's important that your children see the growth and progression in the way you do things, in the way you handle things, in the way you live your life. They knew me when I used to smoke cigarettes. They
See,
knew me
yeah,
when I was like wilding, like they knew me when my mind wasn't
right,
like all the way where it's at now. They knew me when your daddy will really punch somebody in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Your
right,
daddy
yeah,
love Jesus, but somebody
We'll
forget, but now
facts.
they see that I'm more patient. They see that I'm more attentive. They see that I don't curse like I used to. They see I don't drink like
Right,
I used to. They see I don't handle certain things. That speaks volumes, man. Not just having that
man.
male role model, but seeing the progress in that male role. That's what's
Boy,
up,
you,
bro.
you
That's
you
what's up.
preaching, Jack. You preaching like
Yo,
like like that Bible say, man. A man turns from his childish ways, bro. The
yeah,
walk change, the talk change. The appearance, like
yeah,
everything changes, bro.
yeah, man,
So
yeah.
so
I,
that's it.
I'm really trying to and I'm gonna segue into the next topic, but
Topic.
I'm really trying to be like not like most pastors in the
Yeah.
sense of it has to be about church, it has to be about religion, it has to be about the shout, it has to be about the tithe. What do you think
Mm.
is the issue with black church and men being in church these days? What is the issue with that in your opinion?
My honest opinion, um there's no genuine love involved. Um,
Ooh,
I feel
ooh,
like a lot of it is being replaced by greed, and ego, in a way,
ooh,
because
bro.
yeah, and I mean, because it's bad enough our community already have the crab in the bucket mentality.
Yeah,
And when you look at it on the church side, man, you see a lot of pastors now that they're so caught up into the tradition, and or they mix that in with their egos, and it
yeah,
can drive a lot of people away. Because think about this. When that church, when the Bible says come as you are,
right.
how many people came as they were and was ran off by the people that's been in the church?
Man, come on,
but
bro. Yeah,
but
yeah,
but the body of the church, the body of a ministry is governed by the pastor, and however they are, it's a big reflection of what's being taught to them on,
yeah,
what I'm saying, on a massive scale.
yeah,
And not, yeah, and we still have to hold each other accountable, right? Because we still
right,
have to even individually do our work. But if we're consistently in church, right, we're going Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday,
right,
Saturday.
right, 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 right.
you know um what are we being taught? Are we being taught just to get us by, or
You're
are
right.
we being taught to really, really, really do better? So, man, yeah, a lot. Yeah, I think that's a major thing, bro. That love, because when you can love someone, when you can show somebody love just in many ways, man, it can convert so many different people to come. You know what I'm saying? To surrender
Yes,
themselves,
yes,
to
man.
surrender the fears, because you have a lot of people that's strayed away from church because of that mindset, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy. And then you know what
Yeah,
else, man? Like when it comes down to the understanding, right? Let's say you at level 100,
right.
and the beginner comes in and they trying to understand
Bruh,
what level 100
come
is.
on,
They
bro.
ain't
Come
e- they
on.
ain't even they haven't even conquered level 1 through 99. So how would they even
Right.
know?
How would they
So
even know what you're talking about? Why are you preaching lingos when you should be saying it in a way that the people who ain't never came to church can come
eggs.
on, bro. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
So my perspective on that is, it's just that, man, simply, man, like it's learning how to break it down, learning how to actually, because, and you know it's crazy, man. I always say this, man, when I'm talking to someone, like even with us when we fellowshipping, I'm talking
Right,
to souls, bro. I'm not
right,
talking
right.
at you, right? I'm not talking at anything that I don't envy anything. So I'm not talking out of envy. I'm talking at your soul because I want to connect to you genuinely. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
big difference, man. The approach, the power, the energy that you feel. So yeah, it's a big difference, bro. You know what I mean?
Bruh,
It's a big difference.
yeah, man. I feel you 100%. Like when you said greed and ego, that's the man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the reasons why I started this channel is exactly for that. What you said, like you can be on a level 100 and somebody who don't even know. That's one of the reasons why I started this channel, because if I got a message, the message don't need to just be preached over the podium.
Yes,
A
sir.
message can be one sentence without a shout, without giving
Facts.
you to give no money, just straight like boom. Have you considered, man, your last 12 months? Have you considered your last 4 weeks?
Huh.
Have you considered your last 7 days? You know, that
Yes,
in and of
sir.
itself is a message from God, and it don't have
Facts.
to be wrapped in give me your time. That's why, bro, you can go back and
Facts.
look at all of my posts, bro. I think I don't ever think I put one on this channel where
Hmm.
my Cash App has ever been even known. People ask me for the Cash App, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's such and such. But I want it to be like, when I call God my Jah, right? But when my Jah
Right.
give you a message, I don't remember reading where nobody was like, give to me. Even
Pay me.
Paul, right?
Right.
Even Paul was like, yeah, don't muzzle the ox, but he wasn't out there he like, man, I make tents. I work for my money, So it's like, I just feel
Right.
like if God gives you a message, it ain't got a price tag on it. And what do you
Man.
pay for a real message from God, And
Facts.
bro, when you say that word ego, I think, and this is me being honest, I think ego is really killing our churches, man, because
It is,
we,
bro.
we have people in leadership who don't, like you said, lead with their heart, bro. They
Yep.
lead with their chest, or their head.
Yeah.
Like they got
Yes,
this
sir.
whole look, like, man, y'all
Facts.
supposed to be doing this to me. Y'all supposed to be,
Yeah.
and
And you know what a lot of that comes from too? I learned this in playing sports for so long. A lot of people, if you look at their life resume,
you're right.
a lot of people only have that title,
Oh,
and
oh,
that's all they known for in life.
oh,
That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a it factor for them, and that's it. The whole page is white, and then they just got that one little old title, and
bruh,
they wear it so horribly, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
bruh,
everything they did shot is negativity, bro. Like so
bruh.
that, and I want to add on to what you said, just about giving to the people, right? Like passing on the knowledge, or when God speaks through a minister, that's really tapped in and really bonded, like yourself, you're not
I appreciate that.
expecting you're not expecting anything in return, because I'll
Right,
use this phrase, I get my blessings on the back end.
right,
I don't,
right.
man, bro. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because I've had people treat me phony. You know what I'm saying? Treating me wrong or treat me fake, and I still did right by them. Or if they had
Right.
or needed something, if they needed something, bro, I gave it to them. Didn't ask for nothing in return. I don't need anything in return, because I want to make sure you're straight, right? Because
Yeah,
now that I have that heart to give. It's cool. I'm not expecting anything in return, because I know what I'm gonna get my blessing on the back end, bro.
bro. You know what? I always say this, and look, I'm probably meddling with this comment, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So once you understand how God blesses your finances, you don't focus so much on people giving or tithing their finances. I focused
Facts.
on teaching you the principle. If I
That's
teach you
it.
the principle is
Yes.
where the blessing is gonna come. And
Facts.
that's what I tell people that don't like this is the comment right here. Don't tell me to pray for something that you want me to give. You get what I'm saying? Don't don't
Right.
tell me you gonna pray for me to get money, but you want me to give you money. You
Give
get
you
what I'm
money.
saying?
Right.
The
Right.
same thing that apply to me should apply. So I'm not gonna give my money today. I'm gonna give you prayer like you gave me.
Straight up.
So don't tell
That's
me that, man.
real.
Like, bro, that's
Facts.
meddling. But it's true.
That's
The
facts.
principle takes care of itself. If you do what God asks you to do and you live the way that God asks you to live, God will always open doors and create opportunities. Like, bro, I could tell
That's
you a lot
right.
of stories, but I'm just saying I agree with you wholeheartedly, 100%, man. So
Yes.
is that the reason why you think okay, okay, let me go here.
Okay.
So
Talk to me.
I've been going to a lot of different churches. So we coming back to that church and money thing because
Okay.
so I've been
Most
going
definitely.
to a lot of churches, right? And like
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of women. I do.
Right.
And
Yeah.
why aren't men going to church? Like you a musician and I'm a musician. So a lot of times I
Mm-hmm.
would go to church because I gotta play.
Yeah.
But if I
Yeah.
ain't have to play, because
That's
guess
true.
what? I can go play at a Zydeco gig and make money. I can go
Yep.
do all these different things and make money. So like
Yep.
why are our young men not? You know, what's
because we're for one, we're failing as a community. That's obvious, right? But two,
community?
we've lost the spiritual battle and a
Oh,
whole as a
oh,
whole.
what do you mean by that? Ooh,
Okay, well, okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so um, our youth now, man, you have you have a lot of women that think that they're superior to men now.
ooh,
And I'm not
ooh, you
saying
going
I'm not.
somewhere, dog? You going
hmm
somewhere?
And I'm making a point here, and it's true. I'm not saying that to for the ladies out there. I'm not speaking on all, but most, right? And it's because of the heavy influence. But now the men are starting to be put on the back burner when it comes down to leading, to having the quality of what we know that we have. You know what I'm saying? To be the
Okay.
protectors, to be the providers, right? And so now think about this. And the music, I'm always resort back to that music, man, because it's a spiritual battle that a lot of people I feel like they miss or we don't really speak about, and it
Yeah.
needs to be spoken about on a massive scale, bro. The
Okay.
music that's being put out there, yeah, we can say, oh, well, we make a choice, blah blah blah, to listen to blah blah blah. I get it, but how many times have you heard a song that you do not like on accident? It happens, bro. Your
It
own
does.
social media, you know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
yeah, it happens a lot, man. And I feel like the world has taken over our men as a whole. Because once again, how many times have you seen a vast majority of black men lead with their hearts? How many times in the church house have you seen a mega pastor go down and greet every single
Okay.
you get?
You know, I feel you. I can say this at my church. I'm thankful that God blessed me with a small congregation, and I think if it was to grow, I would change the church service time. You know, because I I,
Facts.
I I'm making a point, and I noticed this, man. When I first got to Dad's church, I noticed
Hmm.
he wasn't the perfect leader, but he would go every Sunday morning and he would hug all of the members. He would talk to them for 5 minutes, every last person.
Yep.
And then when church was over, whether they had a good service or a bad service, he would talk to the members. He would hug them.
Yep.
He would ask them how they're doing. 5 minutes, beginning and end. And
Yep.
I adopted that.
Yes,
And I
sir.
started to teach that culture of love. So I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
how many pastors are actually like that's the to me that's the point of local church. Like your local church is your
Yeah.
local community outside of family. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
It's
basically
important.
you're saying that men don't go to church because of number one, the influence of the culture around us, and
Yeah.
also we don't have men in the church in leadership positions to actually be good examples. Is that what you're saying?
Facts.
Is that
Facts. Facts. Think about this. How many times have you seen um I lost my thought. I lost my train of thought.
well, we were talking about black church and how men are not in the church no more, and
I was
how
gonna ask a
the
question.
influence of the culture and also the lack of good leadership within the church is the reason why men don't go to church. So let me ask you this: would you go to church if you? Ooh, this is really meddling, cousin. I may have to edit it out, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. And
Nah, man, let's do
if you
it.
don't want to answer it, don't
I'm
answer it.
grown.
Okay.
I'm grown. Hey, I fight good. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey
Nah,
man,
go
check it
ahead,
out.
cause
Check it out. if you if you wasn't a musician, would you go to church?
I would. And the only reason why I say this is I've seen um a powerful service. I've seen a powerful church. I'll just say that.
Mm, mm,
I've seen a genuine pastors, right? Such as
mhm.
yourself. I've seen so yeah, I would. And I'm not saying that just because we're related, but I
Right, right,
would,
right, right,
bro.
right. Much
I
respect, dog.
would.
Much respect.
But that's two churches out of how many? You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's and I don't mean to stray away from that subject
No, no,
because
no.
we're
Go
still
ahead,
on,
go
on
ahead.
the same subject, but bro, even as musicians, bro. like when we playing in different churches and stuff like that, bro, and these musicians that's more out there, more known, bro, they
Mm-hmm.
act they're not down to earth, bro. They act like they stepped on stink, bro. Like and that put a very nasty taste in my mouth, man, because you would think that my talent is used as a to minister, right?
Right. Right.
To bring people over, but instead, once again, the
It's,
egos,
it's that
that
man.
title, man, and once again, and these we're young, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man. Look, yeah, yeah.
So
You
you would think, man,
go ahead, go ahead.
yeah,
You
I'm just saying, you would think that even as youngsters, man, that we could come together, even as musicians, bro, and be able to reach out to the people, or to even just understand, like, man, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I am a
yeah,
musician. Is to reach out
right.
to the people. But man, bro,
Look,
but yeah,
I can't do nothing but say I feel you 100%. You know, look,
yeah,
bro, I've played. Look, and now if you talk to people that have heard me play and know that I'm a musician, which I post a couple of videos on my channel for those
a
of you who
beast.
like musicians.
The man is a
I
beast,
say that.
man.
Let me say this: I played in bands where I was the weakest link.
Wow.
I was the weakest link, and
On a
I
tennis
knew
spectrum,
from the talent. Yes, bro. Playing with
what?
Derek, he is my mentor. So playing with Derek, playing with
Wow.
Otis Palmer, Derek Palmer, Otis Palmer, Blind Jerry, Antoine, bro, just that
Dang.
nucleus of musicianship and musical
Mm.
knowledge. I'm coming in as a bass player, and bro, they doing stuff, and I'm like, hold on. I'm stopping practice. Like Derek, show me that. Like, what did you just do right now? But
Yeah,
here's my point. My point is all of these guys that I just mentioned are humble. Like, like,
yeah,
for you, I can definitely say without arrogance, just at our church, just our family alone, we have supplied the city of Houston with musicians crazy
we have, we
without
have.
the arrogance, without the attitude. And I've played with musicians I played with a lot of top musicians who were not arrogant, but who were really genuinely humble. But at the same
Yeah,
time, I have played with musicians that messy,
man.
you know,
Yep, egotistical, arrogant,
egotistical, man,
and
arrogant,
during church, bro.
it's sad.
Man, it's beyond sad, because man, even just on that topic, bro, I've actually played with musicians that during service they didn't like something, and they showed it. They didn't care about presentation. They didn't
You're
care
right, right,
about
right,
what it looked like to the people. They
right.
actually come on, man. But
Yeah,
then we trying to win souls. So it's that accountability. It's just the whole wide spectrum of words that to hold people accountable, bro. That a lot of people miss, man.
yeah. You know what it sounds like, man? And I hate to say it. I hate to say it, bro. I hate to say it. Man, what we have in our churches, especially black church, man, is just like I mean, it is the scene, but then it's not the scene. For
Facts.
our young black men to come back to church, um,
Yeah.
man, what are your thoughts on this? Well, before I ask that question, the thought is
Hmm.
just, man, it just don't seem like it's beneficial to the black and I want to say I
Yeah.
disagree with that. You know, I think if you find you a good leader, there are good leaders out there. If you find good
Great
examples,
leaders.
there are good examples out there. You find you a good leader, a good pastor, good local pastor. I'm always
Yeah.
for that. Maybe the mega
Facts.
thing ain't your thing. You gotta find you a man that's worth following and follow that dude.
Yeah.
And if you don't
Facts.
follow that dude, I'm a big fan of this. I have boys. I'm raising boys. It's hard to
Yeah.
raise boys, but my
Yeah.
boys ask me questions. My
Right.
boys, they don't. I'm going to say challenge, but not in a way where it's disrespectful. But they question my
Right.
thinking. They question my decisions. They question
Yeah.
the direction that I'm going. And I tell them, I welcome that. But I'm saying that to say leadership is not beyond questioning. You should be
Facts.
able to talk to your pastor. You should, as a man,
Facts.
without being disrespectful, though. I will say that without being
Right.
disrespectful,
Right.
but you should be able to address something, man. What's happening here? Like, what's the goal here? And your pastor should be able to lay out the vision, should be able to lay out the goal. These are
Yeah.
simple leadership things that every leader should know. But
Yeah.
man,
We
from
have
what you say, it just. Go ahead.
we
Go
have
ahead.
to
Go ahead.
have that it takes a village mindset. We have to have
Right.
that. And when you think of that, you know, a lot of people think that it's always the kids that's learning or always being put in place but sometimes it takes the kids to actually teach the adults to 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 be able to hold themselves accountable, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you said, bro,
Yeah.
challenging doesn't even mean overstepping. If you want to be
Come on,
real,
bro. Yeah, that's real.
challenging actually means I'm just asking why.
Yeah.
Hey, Big
That,
Mark, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, why do you think of it this way? Or why do you tell us to do that? You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's not, I'm not challenging
Yeah.
you. I really want to know why.
Right. 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 And asking like asking the question is not wrong. And then also,
Hmm.
this is one of the things that I tell my children. Um, love don't always agree.
That's
Like I
facts.
can love you and you can love me and we have a disagreement.
That's facts.
And
That's
and,
facts.
and, and I'm gonna still love you tomorrow. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
bring it up when I get mad. I'm not gonna act
Yeah.
a certain way, and it's just like leadership takes big character, bro. And I think we just don't
Yeah.
have enough. This is my personal opinion. I think we just don't have enough men with the type of capacity to lead men. In my in
Agreed.
my in my opinion, what are your thoughts on that?
Agreed, man. Like that character thing, man, is watered down now. The same thing with love. You know what I'm saying? Character,
Mhm.
love, loyalty, all of these things are being watered down, bro. Because it's just a lot of negativity being thrown in the air, bro. It's a lot of to me, it's more negativity around us than it is positivity. So yeah, man, that character thing, it's a self issue, bro. It's a will issue. You have to be willing and have a desire, bro, to want to say, well, I seen that brother left his wallet. I seen
Right,
him leave his wallet.
right.
But instead of me taking it, I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna
Oh,
follow him and give
take
it
it
to him.
straight back to right. I ain't gonna open
Yeah,
it up. I ain't gonna nothing. I'ma just straight boom.
yeah,
Hey, say, bro, I saw you drop
yeah.
it. Man.
Facts. So
That's
it's just something that's small. Now I'm not. Now look, everybody done came across some money on the ground, and you don't know whose it is. Now you
right.
know sometimes. but but you know, just in a general sense, though, man. Yeah, that character thing, bro, is is watered down now, dog. And I feel like if a lot of men had that tough skin, that's another
Yeah,
thing. Because
man.
leaders have to be able to withstand being challenged on a daily.
Yeah,
They have to understand, like, bro, it's gonna happen.
bruh.
People, if people are serious about where they're headed, they're gonna ask questions. They're gonna ask
Yeah,
you why. Just how
yeah,
I go.
yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
know what?
saying?
I gotta give that credit to my job because you know, uh my dad, he did the best that he could, right? But I was probably the only one that could question him. And then when he couldn't
Mm,
answer the question, not that he didn't know the answer, but he just didn't know how to say it.
hmm.
It was just like a shutdown. And me, I'm gonna humble myself like you pop. So I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
but what it did for me is I recognized at a certain age, my kids is
Hmm.
gonna grow up and they gonna see
Yeah.
me for who I really am. And what are
Yep.
they gonna see? You feel me? Like what would make
Facts.
them continue to listen to me when they get 16 and they see the kind of man that I really am? What will make them
Facts.
continue to listen to me when they get 25 and they
Yeah.
see what kind of man that I have been? You feel what I'm saying? And
Facts.
man, look,
It's an
that's
ongoing thing, bro. It's an
yeah,
ongoing thing. So I feel that, bro. I feel that. You know, let's even bring up Napa, right? Our great
yeah, yeah,
grandfather, for those who don't know.
yeah. Your great
Man,
grandfather, my grandfather, yeah.
yes, sir. Man, this man, y'all, he was the shortest man in the room, but packed so much power. And I don't
Wisdom,
mean in a punch, yeah, I mean wisdom, knowledge, man, and blessing to be able to live up into, you know, my mid teenage years and experience life with them, with both of
yeah,
them. That's,
yeah.
bro, that was, and I think that's probably why I got such an old soul too, bro. 'Cause-
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I've heard that about you too, man. And you know what? Just talking to you, man, we have had conversations offline, which is one of the reasons why I brought you online. Because
Facts.
I think the kind of conversations we have, bro. You really do have a lot of depth for your age. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
as a matter of fact,
Yes, sir.
I'm doing a podcast with your bro in a little bit. Because and it's
Yes,
not gonna be the
sir.
same night that I'm posting it, but man. our family is, and I'm not just trying to say our family is just the best. No, but like, bro, you got
Right.
wisdom that can
Yeah.
be shared with people, you know, and we
Yeah.
have wisdom that can be shared. We have gifts that can be shared,
Facts.
and maybe my job is giving me the platform to help me to share that, you know. So like, and it don't have
That's
to
a
be over the
blessing.
podium. It don't have to just be me preaching the sermon. It could be me right
Facts.
here, like, you know what I'm saying, letting you
That's a
speak
fact.
that. You feel me?
That's a fact. Yes, sir. And we have
Yeah,
to learn how to be in the right capacity, man, in the right mind state to be able to be used in such a way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, right, 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 right.
Yeah, man. So
Is church the best place to find a wife?
no. All right, now let me. All right.
Why not? Why, dog? Why?
Okay, you say the best now. Let's be technical. Let's get to. All right, so hear me out.
But
Uh,
they boy kept it a buck without even trying to keep it a buck.
I know, man. That's a little that. uh,
Why
church.
not?
um, and I'm gonna just be brutally honest.
That's what
Um,
we want.
I it's hard to say where is the best place to meet your wife
For
or
real.
husband, right? Because you just got to think, sometimes we bump into each other at the coffee shop, you
Oh,
know.
yep, yep, yep.
Sometimes we may be at the gym working out and you know what I'm saying, or now the norm, well, not the norm, but a trend now is the online dating. You may find your person on that online. So, I can't really say, even if we took a statistic poll,
Mm,
who's to say how many successful? No, like I said, they may win, but from my perspective, I ain't seen it. I've seen a lot of successful marriages in church, but I don't know if they met in church.
all
But
right. Okay, okay,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, no, no. Hey,
And
listen,
then
listen, when you
go ahead.
finish, though, don't. I don't want you to forget your thought, so I want you to finish your thought. Go ahead, go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay, and I'll say this. And I'm able to, and I'm willing to stand to be corrected if there's another explanation. Now, I'm not against meeting in a church because, like I said, bro, you do have a great body of people in the church setting that live a certain lifestyle, right? That
Right,
have a certain mindset, a different perspective on love, which is the biggest thing in my life, that helps me venture throughout handling people, dealing with people on a wide spectrum.
yeah,
Um, you have some people that love with the love of God, that really know God, and it's just massive, bro. It's overbearing in a positive way, you know. But then again, you got some of those funkers, those church fakers. You
come
know what
on,
I'm
bro.
saying? You
Yep,
got some
yep.
of
Come on.
those, and let's be real. This the podcast. They do say that church is known to have the biggest what's, though, the biggest
Hoes,
freaks. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be real. The biggest freaks.
biggest hoes.
Um, it's a
Listen,
reason, and it's a reason why though. It's a
bro,
reason
I
why
heard.
because
Look,
go ahead.
I heard the hoes' final form is a religious person, a religious lady. Is
Hey,
that
well,
true in your opinion?
I can see that. I can't see, but I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, cause I ain't never heard a whole
Her final form is a religious girl, is a Christian.
yeah. Hey,
The whole
respectfully though,
final form is. Come on, man. You
but
can't
I
tell
hear,
me
but
that.
I don't know, man. But you do hear a lot of stories of um men that's
Don't
been
say
that's
hurt by women in
been
church. Let me speak up for the women at church, man. It's not that they not at church. It's wholesome women. Wholesome. Let me say that. Let me say people
facts.
that's in post Christ. Wholesome.
Facts. Nah, hey,
Go
but I
ahead,
mean, you
go ahead,
have,
go ahead.
I don't know, man. It's you do hear those stories though, where you have a lot of guys that grew up in the streets that was converted, or you hear a lot of those stories where the guys went to prison and then they converted to like the Christ and stuff like that, right? But so I don't know. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy you say that, man, because I've I've heard more of those stories about the men rather than the women. No charge to the women, respectfully.
Right. Yeah,
Just saying,
respect. Thank you.
you rarely hear, stories. Oh, well, I was this way, but and I'm not saying it don't happen. I'm just saying, like, in the today's society, you don't really hear about that.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know, man. That's kind of a juicy
Yeah.
topic, bro.
Man, look, because you know what, like most for the most part, and I'm not bashing women, but they don't talk about where they come from and how they got there. They just say
Yeah,
that they there, and my past is not who I was, is not who I am, and they shrouded
facts,
in that. But in
facts.
reality, who you was is still who you are. It's just covered under the blood, right?
Yeah,
It's covered under Jesus' blood. But people
facts.
like you and me can actually see them tendencies still there. You feel me?
That's true,
Yeah,
man.
that's
And
just me.
a lot of people lie a lot, bro. We got a lot of lies now, man. We got a lot, bro. From the men to the women, man. You got some men that'll flaunt like they got it. Oh man, I got the and be broke for real, or
Come
or
on, man.
or or just don't have no character for real, or can't really stand up for themselves, can't protect themselves. You
Yep.
have a lot of people like that, and then you got the women that think that, oh, I can whoop a man, but you can't. Like you got some, you
Right.
just or just whatever. I'm just using examples, y'all. Don't clout
Right,
now. I'm
right, right.
just using examples. You just got so many lies, man. I think we got a lot of people that now they have a platform, social media, that they
Right.
can be whoever they choose to be.
Yeah, right, right,
You
right.
know
You
what I'm
can
saying? They
present
can
the
be who
facade.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
could be whoever I want to be. But when I turn that camera off, or when I ain't posting or in my four walls, I'm actually miserable. I'm actually depressed.
Yeah.
And the
True.
scariest thing is more, a lot of people venture throughout life on a day-to-day basis stressed and don't even know they're stressed.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how you know it's bad, when that stress and that depression feels normal, bro. Like that's
Yeah, man.
scary.
Look, that goes back to what you was talking about in the beginning when you said about the anger, right? And like you was carrying that
Yes.
around and you responding this way, and it just took you taking that time to self-reflect to say, bro, like I'm
Yes,
getting
bro.
this same reaction, but this is not what's going on in me. Is it's just I'm
Facts.
triggered to
And I'm
respond this way. Like you get what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah,
right. And I'm gonna tell you, okay, so let's talk about it. Because I feel like the world needs to hear this. Um, what really, really taught me that was going through my first marriage. For those that don't know, I was married twice.
Woo,
So
woo,
let's talk about
woo,
it. Let's talk about it.
woo,
Um,
woo.
you know
A lot of
how
people are going.
yes,
A lot of
sir.
people gonna be tuning in and watching.
Yes, sir. So let's talk about it. So, um, and no shade, no disrespect, but in my marriage, I experienced a lot of trying times. But
Right.
respectfully, though,
You're
respectfully,
right.
and we
Right.
were
Right.
we, we were young. We were young. Like I said, there's no shade thrown, and she knows what happened. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but
Right.
it's nothing new under the sun. But I had a lot of trying times, man, and my anger and my anger was being tested, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
and and I was able to find myself being able to control my anger and suppress my anger. um and I think it had a lot to do with me loving that person so much to where I
Ooh.
didn't want to lash out. I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
yeah, it on her end, it may have been mistaken as me it being a weakness, but in
Yeah. Yeah.
actuality I'm showing vulnerability, which is what a mature person would want. But when
Come
you're
on, man.
immature, yeah. So so after everything was said and done, I'm not saying, I'm not gonna put out there why we divorced, blah blah blah. That ain't y'all businesses.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Right.
but and that after that happened, everybody, I really really had a time to where I had to self reflect. I really had a time where I had to look at myself in the mirror and not only hold myself accountable, but ask myself why. Why did I be so patient? Why did I, you know, allow this to happen? Or why didn't I stand on my 10 toes? Or why did I stand on my 10 toes? I had to ask myself so many different questions, and I had to ask God so many questions to give me these
Yeah.
answers, give me these solutions
Yeah.
in the midst of that one-on-one time. And a lot of people don't know how to segregate themselves from
Yeah.
society sometimes, man, when they're going through
Oh.
trauma or going through, bruh, it's and you could tell, because think about this, man. Like when you run to social media after a breakup, or when somebody did something wrong to you. When you constantly running social media, you're not allowing yourself time to heal. You're not
bruh.
allowing yourself time to spend time with yourself. You're not learning nothing when you're doing stuff like that, bro. All you're
You're right.
doing is that disease that you got inside of you is just getting bigger and
And
bigger
bigger
and bigger.
and bigger because it's not healing. Yeah. It's under the
Exactly.
skin. It's under the skin. So you can't see it.
Yes.
Nobody can see it. You can
Yes.
feel it, but you're not healing it. Yeah, bro.
Because
Yeah.
at what point do you say I'm gonna cut everything off, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes we gotta do that. We gotta go on that hiatus. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Because we don't need the influences, bro. Like people don't understand that, bro. Like when you're going
Say,
through
bro.
something,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you're going through something, man, that's detrimental, death, whatever. It's not for you to post on social media. It's not for you to run to everybody and talk to everybody sometimes.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Um, and a lot of people fail the most at growth when it's a life lesson situation. A lot of people fail at the growth portion of that because they run to everybody but God.
Bro,
And
that's
that's
good.
the issue.
That's
That's the
good.
issue. You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
hold on. First,
All
look,
right.
you said a lot. Now, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna edit this, and next time I have you on the show, bro, I'm going back to man. You said a lot, so I only got time for like one more major, like you know, what I'm saying one more major thing, and it's something that you said. You said that in all of your okay. So look, I'm gonna sum it up. In all of your
Yeah.
trauma, and all of your anger issues, and all of your immaturity, even though you've grown from that now, but in all
Hmm.
of that, in this relationship with this person, you were being vulnerable with her. You were trying to show her that you were being vulnerable, and she took it as weakness and used it against you. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
speak to that for like, you know, young men who are in a relationship right now, like that are trying to show their women that they're being vulnerable, but their women are mistaking that as a weakness? And how do I what do I do with that? Is it time for me to leave? Is it time for me to like, you know, do I need
Mm.
to be thinking what I'm doing right now? You know, just speak to that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, man. I'll say this to all the youngsters out there, or to just anybody that needs some type of closure on that matter. It's okay to be vulnerable. You have to understand that just because one person hurt you, that doesn't mean the next person will. Also, you have to keep in mind that you have to know your person, and that's something that I didn't take the time to do, right?
That's
And I
good.
take accountability for that. I
Yeah.
take full
Yeah.
accountability for allowing myself to dive and so deep with a person that I didn't know, that I didn't
Yeah.
know if they were
Ooh,
gonna protect my heart, and that be a big thing nowadays. But to the young fellas out there, man, it's okay to be vulnerable. And when I say vulnerable, I mean this. I mean what they call today emotionally available.
yeah. That's
It's
good though.
it's it's
Men don't know how
okay
to do
to they don't. They don't know the difference. Like it's okay to allow yourself to be. When I say be, you can be loving, you can be caring, you can be affectionate.
right.
You can
That's right.
kiss on your lady. You can
That's
tell
right.
your lady,
Show her
man,
love. Yeah. Be
yeah,
romantic.
man, facts. And yes, and when you wrap your mind around your person, man, so many different ideas. So you can be able to romance out of impulse. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
When
Right.
you're
Without
on your way home,
yes, bro. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
when you work that 12-hour shift, that 15-hour shift, and you done had a long day at work, you can allow yourself to put your woman on this pedestal and say,
Yeah.
"Man, I'm
Baby
doing
at
60,
home.
I'm doing 60 and a 35 to get to my baby because that's my
Yeah.
safe space." You know,
Yeah,
so
bro.
I,
That's real.
so it's okay to be that way, but you have to do the work and ask the questions that needs to be asked. And
Up
if you don't
front
know,
before you hit it.
yes, yes. And then because I feel like it's levels to it, man. And I'm not a perfectionist, but this is what I go by. Okay.
Yeah.
I ask questions and then I look for alignment. If those actions align with those questions, with the answers that was given to me, then that's my green light.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
right.
and man, you know, it's crazy because once again, I know how to hold myself accountable. I have a big heart and I used to just give it freely.
Yeah.
It used to
Yeah.
be so many red flags go over my head, go over my
Yeah.
head.
And you
But
seeing it, but you missing them. You letting them pass because you like, man, I'm trying to love this person, and
yes,
but you
sir.
taught that hard
And
lesson.
it wasn't it. Yeah. And to everybody out there, it's it's okay. It, I don't have the same views towards every woman. just because I've had a bad experience,
That's
just
good.
because I've given my all to a person and they, we didn't work out or whatever happened, it doesn't mean that I have that same view towards the next woman. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you why. Because I held myself accountable. I
Yep.
understood that Patrick has a big heart. I understood that I didn't do the right things or ask the right questions or even get the right answers at the time. To better go off of me paying attention to these certain actions that I need affirmation on, which is
Yep.
okay because now you're better understanding that, dang, you know, I allowed this person in so quick, right, without holding them any charge, right? I ain't charged a toll fee. I just let them
Right.
in, and boom. So you got to charge it to the game, and you got to say, okay, I know what I'm gonna do differently this time.
Yeah, bro. Look,
So
let me say, bro, like that's I think that speaks volumes, like, you know what I'm saying, coming
for
from a
sure,
young man like that. How old are you?
33, 33.
33. Coming from a 33-year-old, bro. That speaks
Yeah,
volume. Look, bro, look, I can't get to no more questions. That's all the time we got. But
I
I gotta
know,
say,
man.
bro, I appreciate you for your time, man. I appreciate you for your wisdom. I
Yes,
appreciate you
sir.
for your experience and sharing so much of yourself. Like, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying? I'm
sir.
I'm probably gonna
Thank you for
post this
having me, bro.
either tonight or tomorrow. And if it don't get to be posted tonight or tomorrow, it's gonna be posted on Monday. But
Yes,
bro,
sir.
I want to say,
Hey,
man, appreciate you. I appreciate you very much.
yes,
Is
sir. Thank y'all for
give us
having me.
one last thing, if you could, like one last thing. You know what I'm saying? Just to sum up for my young brothers, um, who watch the show. And this is not just for young brothers. We know what we got young ladies that watch the show too. We have women that watch the show too. But what is your, you know what I'm saying, something that you can close us out with? You know what I'm saying? Give us a little something. You know,
Yes, sir.
you said you got all the answers, but just give us a little
Yeah,
something. So what's your closing
man.
closing statement?
My closing remarks.
Yeah,
To all to the men and women out there, man. Um, continue to hold yourself accountable
I like that.
by by setting your own foundation on what peace, love, and happiness is. We need
Yeah,
more of that in today's world, man. And we get so caught up in so many different things that it could throw that peace, love, and happiness off. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It's okay to love. It's okay to be womanly. It's okay to be manly. Men, it's okay to be manly. Women, it's okay to let that man be a man. Man, it's okay to let the woman be a woman. It's okay to have the mindset to want to take care of my lady. When that
yeah,
lady has that type of impact on you, to
yeah.
give you the notion and the desire to want to say, baby, don't lift the
I
finger.
want you
I
to have a
got
good
it.
day, right? I want you to
And
just chill. Yes,
yes,
bro. Yes,
yes,
I want you to
because
just
as
do
men,
nothing.
because as
Yes,
men, this is my perspective. So, opinions is welcome, but my perspective is it's a man's job to set the tone on a day-to-day basis when it comes down to relationships. That means um, I can make or break the growth of our day, the production of our day. And the
yeah,
woman has the same power. But the men set the tone because we are the leaders, we're the protectors, we're the providers. We provide stability emotionally, mentally, physically, like
yeah,
spiritually. We provide, man, in those aspects. And we have to be able to set that tone, bro.
yeah.
We
Let me
are the head.
go. We are ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish that thought.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
No, no,
ahead.
no.
Talk to me.
I
Talk
was
to me.
gonna
Because
say
I
this.
know.
Look. So let me say this because I know somebody's gonna be watching this. These niggas are simps. No, no, it's not to the simp mentality. It's when you find a woman that's worth that. Let me say that. This is not
Yes,
something
sir.
that you're just doing for every single woman that you meet. No, when you find a woman that is worth that, that's when you open up yourself to her like that. Like,
Yep.
I would say, yes, be your genuine self, but don't go overboard. When I say
Right.
you want to do as much as you can for a woman and she does nothing, this is after you guys have built a good solid nucleus of a relationship and this woman got you the same way. You know,
Facts.
um, I'm not telling you to be a simp. I'm not telling you to go out there and spend your
Nope.
money so she don't have to do nothing. No,
No,
I'm saying
sir.
once you see that this woman is worth it to your life,
Facts.
once you see that this woman is gonna love you right, once you see that she's gonna be
Yes.
loyal to you and treat you right, then you open yourself completely. You be
Yes,
good to
sir.
the woman that's being good to you. You be loyal to the woman that's being loyal to you. That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
This is not at all encouraging brothers to just do anything for any woman. No, this
No,
is for
sir.
brothers to be selective. This is for brothers to do your homework on this woman. This is for brothers to
Yes, sir.
take each individual woman seriously at each time. You know, be
Yeah.
straightforward with what you want, and you know, tell them your true intentions. And when you find the right one, open up your house, open up your house, your heart, and open up your money. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, you gotta love
Facts.
that girl. She needs your
You
love.
got to. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna add on to this, and I'm gonna shut up.
yeah,
but to the world out there, man, men, align yourself. You have to be aligned with yourself, right? You have to be aligned with yourself. That means you're doing the mental, physical, mental, emotional. I said mental already, and spiritual work, and spiritual work.
and spiritual work.
To
Yeah,
get
I like
to
that.
get to to get to a place to where you can allow whatever a woman is doing. It'll you'll feel it because now you're tapped into your emotions.
That
You're tapped
discernment.
into this, yeah, that discernment, man. You're tapped into those different aspects of a person, of a human being. And now when you come into it with that mindset, oh, I got my guard up, and that lady is just steady knocking your guard down and not even trying to.
Right.
That's
She
the
just do it
biggest
for
difference.
you.
She's
Yeah,
just being her regular self,
yeah.
and the power of and the essence of that woman, not of a woman, but of that woman, because I feel like different women have different essences for different men.
Okay.
That'll allow them to drop certain things, right? To
Yep.
change certain change certain perspectives or certain hindrances or certain burdens that they come into meeting someone new, right? So, man, it's okay to do that work, y'all. Do that mental work. Do all that work, man, to make sure that when that person comes around, they will you'll be able to feel that. You'll be able to know the difference because we've done the same, man, and we've been blessed.
Yeah.
So
Man, so look, man, I want to say thank you, cousin, for gracing the show. I want to
the
say
show,
thank
cause
all the audience for watching. I'm really
yes,
trying to grow
sir.
this YouTube channel. You know, if you do want to be a guest on the podcast, leave me a comment. But man, if you enjoyed this conversation, man, go ahead and hit the like button, share it with somebody. Ultimately, I'm trying to grow the channel. So, man, if you like the content that's being produced, to go ahead and subscribe. That is one way, free way that you can
Yes,
support the channel.
sir.
Watch what we have. Give me your
That's
feedback.
right.
Give me your honest and genuine feedback. You know, if you
Yes,
sending me this
sir.
crazy stuff, I'm not gonna respond to it. Let me just say that.
Hey,
You
we're
do
gonna
this
jump you. We're gonna jump you. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
this
kidding.
God ain't real, bro. I don't watch that. I don't listen to that. I don't read that. I just delete the comment. I don't. If
Facts.
you email me
Facts.
this crazy, I'm just not. You know, so
Facts.
I do. If you have any comments, man, if you got subjects that you think we should address, send that. You know, I do listen to that. But I want to say thank y'all for watching. Everybody that's watching, thank you, Pat, for coming on the
I
show tonight.
appreciate it, bro. That's love, man. Appreciate
Man,
that.
this is the first, but it's definitely not gonna be the last. I enjoyed the combo, man. And look,
Yes,
man,
sir.
thank y'all for watching. And man, I'll see y'all next week. You feel me?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
I'm
Y'all be
gonna
blessed, man.